Just get myself turned around. Ooh. Hello, Chloe. I'm by myself now. Oh no. What's he done? Right. Let's get myself. Let's get some bits moved out of the way. Shuffle it around so you guys can see what's going on. There we go. Turn down the music cinema. Biddle left for 2K, but still in the VC. Oh dear. Men, I suppose, eh? Who'd have them? Who'd have us? Right. So we're going to make a start on the Kylo Ren Helmet. So for anyone just tuning in, looking, this is what we're going to be building. I do again, if you are new to my streams, I apologize that my camera is a bit crappy when things are up close, but yeah, just kind of have to make do with what we've got. That's the word I was looking for. So there's 5 bags, 5 big bags to this set. We're going to do the first 2 because I'm going to try and sort of break this down into a little mini series. So there's like more videos going out on the frequent. But for anyone not familiar what the box looks like, I am going to have to try and hold the bottom because the tab was on the bottom of the box for some reason. So let's just move that up. So as you can see, 529 piece. This is how it's basically going to look towards the end. So hopefully that's what we'll have by the end of the week. Maybe, I don't know. It sort of depends when I can fit the streams in, basically. But better than Harrison's. Yeah, the camera quality is better than Harrison's. At least it's not from the 1600s. Mine's probably more like, early 1900s in regards to camera quality. But I am looking into trying to get a slightly better webcam. The only trouble is they're so bloody pricey. Plus, on top of that, I'm trying to get GoPros so I can do more vlogs and trying to get like microphones and all that kind of stuff. And at the end of the day, it all adds up, and can't really do all that, especially when I had a big chunk of bills go out this month. One in particular was a big bill, and then the fact that I've paid £142 for this set, 2 other sets that I've got, which obviously, Chloe, you know what sets they are, which we'll be doing at some point. Plus, bought the wife's birthday present. I did my freebie I got for spending over £115, which I didn't stream, but I have put pictures of it up on TikTok and Instagram. I'm pretty sure I've done Instagram, but I did a little TikTok video with the pictures, like the sort of how it started, how it started and finished sort of thing. And that now has temporarily been put into my display cabinet with my Ferrari diecast cars. So it's sort of sitting in there for now, just because that's only really where I've got any placement to put it until I can find somewhere else to put it or get another display case to put it in. I need so many things. I just don't have the money for those things, which is annoying. But anyway, let's make a start. I think this is going to be bag by bag. So unlike the F1 Speed Champion cars I've been doing with, where you sort of do 2 bags sort of side by side, I think these are literally going to be like, you do this one, then you go on to this one. That's how I think it's going to be. So that'll be almost similar to when I did the Lego Technic Ferrari. It was essentially you do one bag, and then you do another bag, because there's a very high chance in these bags there will be like the tiny bags that have all the little fiddly bits and pieces in. So open it up, let's have a look. Yeah, so according to the instruction book, it's telling us bag number 1, so we can put bag 2 to the side for now. In my case, you're just going to sort of lay it on top of the box that's down by the side of the table. Also, let's get that open because we're gonna need it. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but Coca-Cola, if you want to sponsor, hit me up. But yeah, it's just what I had available, so I can have a drink while I do it. So, open up the paper bags. Now, I know a couple of my mates have said that they aren't too keen on the paper bags, just purely because you can't see what's inside. Which I can understand because you'd want to see like what bits you have to contend with. However, I like it because they're easier to tear. They're easier to tear open, so it's easier to, open up than what the paper bags were. So yeah, as I expected, we open up the big bag, and there is a baby bag with number 1. So we've got that one. We've also got the legendary tool, the legendary sort of Lego remover tool or Lego applicator tool, depending how you ever use these, whether you use these to remove bricks or you use it to apply bricks. But we do have one of them. So, and this is the first set I've bought that actually comes with that remover tool. So that's interesting. So whether we're going to need that at some point, I don't know. Could possibly be the case. Only better because he has a better camera. Yeah, I mean, it's not fantastic. I think my camera, I think this current webcam is like 720p, something like that. It's not, it might be 1080, but I'm not 100% sure. It might be 1080p, might be 720. I know it's one or the other. But I do want to try and get a 4K webcam, but those are like nearly 300 quid. You're paying the price of a freaking GoPro for like one of them. But anyway, right, let's have a look. I think for this, just because it's in paper bag and there's not really much room, I'm going to do the Harrison method. Oh, look, a nice cold can of Coke. Yes, that has been in the fridge pretty much all day, so it's going to be needed. But yeah, I'm going to do the Mr. Morley method. Nice and simple. Chuck them out onto, well, just spill it all out onto the table. And then I can sort of spread it out a bit and do it. Usually I don't like building my Lego like this, but because we're in the paper bags, I sort of don't mind it. I couldn't do it with the Technic set because the Technic set had a lot of pieces, and I've got a small table, so I couldn't really spill them out. But judging by the looks of this, we don't have that many bits, so we should be fine. What I will do is I will very quickly just open up the baby bag. But because this little bag will have the smaller bits in, I will just leave them in the bag because the smaller pieces are more prone to deciding to vanish and go walkies. So, what do we need? We need, by the looks of it, we need that one, and we need one that's like a couple of studs shorter, which I believe is going to be like that one. Yeah. Now, I was going to stream this through my OBS studio. However, for some weird reason, it has decided, well, OBS studio is deciding that apparently the configuration's wrong, even though the config is exactly the same as how I had it for the Williams build. Not yesterday, that would have been Monday. So I don't know why OBS Studio is playing up, but anyone who has used OBS Studio knows that every now and then it does like to have a little hissy fit. Where it could be a case because I scheduled the broadcast and all that through YouTube itself earlier on, and that's why it didn't do it. I don't know, or whether it was just because I don't know. For some reason, OBS didn't want to do what it wanted to do, so I'm sort of basically live streaming directly to YouTube via the PC without using OBS, which is my usual method. Right. So we've done that one. And now I need effectively the same bits again, but I've got to reverse what I've literally just done. So rather than having the shorter bit by two studs on the top, the shorter bit with the two less studs needs to be on the underside. Some of that dust on there. Right, so that one, and then these go basically same position as if they would have been on the top, but they just go on the underside. So yes, I'm going to do 2 bags. So yeah, even though there's 5 bags in total, this will probably be 3 streams, maybe 2. I'm not sort of fully sure yet whether it's going to be just one. Well, not just one. Whether it's going to be just 2 streams or if it's going to be up to 3 streams. So I guess we'll see how complicated it gets as we go on, because I'm expecting this one to probably get a little complicated and quite fiddly the more we sort of build it up. So move it on to that one. So stage 3, and what do we need? You have a longer piece, which is going under there, and then that one goes on there. Oh, look at that! We built a square. How nice. Right, number 4, slim free stud, and there should be 2 of them. And the one thing I usually hate is that the fact that you'll have the big bits all in the big main bag, and then all the little bits end up in the tiny little bag, and that's where I've got a feeling that the free stud that we need hiding. So I'm just gonna give him a little shake. I'm gonna try and avoid tipping them out completely. But lo and behold, shake a couple of them out, and I managed to get the free stud ones. I just realised I should tilt my camera back down. There we go. So you guys can actually see what's going on. Right. Let's get these other little bits back in. Little bag. Gonna probably be like back and forth, sort of shaking those ones out, getting what I need, and then popping them back in. But at least it fills the stream out a bit and whatnot. And as I said, we're not rushing this. We're just taking our time. So if this ends up taking an hour, 2 hours, 2.5 hours, whatever, it don't matter, because we're not rushing this. We're not speed building. We're just taking our time, basically just chilling out, building Lego. That's what we're effectively doing. Yeah, going to be a few streams for this. Yeah, like I said, it's not going to be 4, 5, 6 streams. It's probably going to be 3, maybe at a push. So this one's obviously bags 1 and 2, and then the next one will be bags 3 and 4. And then the final one will likely be number 5. But it's going to depend on how fiddly it gets, because looking at the finished article, looks like there's going to be like a few angles where it's going to get quite finicky and fiddly. So it could be a case of it'll be bag 1 and 2 today, then maybe just a stream focusing solely on bag 3, then one stream focusing solely on bag 4, maybe 5. If not, it'll be just bag 4, and then the last one just bag 5. But we'll see how we go anyway. We'll see how we go along. Just need to get the other ones as well. Yeah, obviously this is the first sort of helmet collection one I've got. Obviously, I know there's a Darth Vader one. I know there's a Stormtrooper one. So may get them, but I might not get those until I've actually got the display cabinet. So I bought this because I wanted to have have a big set. So I obviously bought Speed Champion sets in the past, and they've just mainly been Speed Champion sets I've focused on. They haven't really been other ones, obviously with the exception of the Technic. But then again, the Technic was like, oh, that's my big set, whereas the Speed Champions are all the small sets. I mean, yeah, I could have said that the Lambo Speed Champion set was like my big set because that's 2 cars in one, but I wanted like a big set, even though the Lamborghini actually has more pieces than what the Kylo Ren helmet has. It's again, like I said, it's obviously 2 separate cars. So with the Lamborghini one, I can split it into 2 because I can build 1 car, and then on the next stream I can then build the second car rather than doing 2 cars in one stream. But yeah, I got the Kylo Ren helmet one so I could build it, see how big it is, and then I could sort of judge. But I am looking into getting a big, like a big glass display cabinet, because I need one big enough to house the Technic. So if I can get one that's big enough to house the Technic, it should be able to house the Kylo Ren helmet, and then the Vader and Stormtrooper one when I get those. Plus, obviously, the Sega Genesis controller and the pink Honda that I've got, and the Ferrari F40, plus obviously the Lamborghinis and the Paul Walker Skyline that I've got, which will be coming at some point. But yeah, that's like the plan anyway. But yeah, we'll sort of see how we go. Right, anyway. Waffling along and not actually building anything. I have got music on in the background, which you may be able to hear from my microphone picking up. I don't know. If you can, fantastic. If not, it's not a big deal. It's just some copyright-free music I've got on in the background, so I'm not getting flagged for, getting flagged for copyright and all that usual bullshit. And yeah. What was I going to say? So yeah, I've got that on sort of in the background. Usually when I do things like this, I've usually got Netflix running on the background, and I'll have like Big Bang Theory playing in the background. But again, like I said, like as soon as I go quiet and hear like one line out of it, YouTube will start tweaking and be like, you're being flagged for copyright because you've got this in the background or whatever. So yeah, ideally we don't want that. How many pieces is it? Well, this one. So the Kylo Ren helmet, it is. I'll just bring the box up. 529. So the Kylo Ren helmet's 529. The Lamborghinis are 600 and something. 607. So Lamborghinis are 607, but then that's obviously, you got to think that's 2 cars in one box. So that's why it's 607, because usually the Speed Champion cars are usually anywhere sort of between 250 to sort of 350 odd pieces, depending on the car, like, are you streaming music which isn't copyright? Yeah, I mean, I've got Amazon Music on, and I've put copyright free playlist, like, so it comes up with a list of like sort of like royalty free / copyright free music that I can sort of play in the background. So That's what I've got. But you would have heard it a lot better because if I had OBS Studio actually working and not playing up like it does, then you would have had the music on the stream because I've obviously got the audio mixers, so like the audio that's coming through my speakers would actually come through the stream because you'd have heard all that. But it is what it is. OBS wants to tweak and be its weird self, so sod it, let it, let it be. I say. But anyway, right. Stage number 6. Need to flip that bit upside down, and I need So I need the four red translucent. Well, I say translucent, sort of transparent studs. There's 2 of them. Fell out the bag, and there's the other 2. Got like an extra spare one in there as well. So these ones are going right on the edge. I say right on the edge, so on the corners. But yeah, my good old chap and fellow Lego enthusiast, Mr. Morley, he completed his Krusty Burger build after starting it 2 months ago. But as I know all too well, obviously work commitments through the summer obviously just halted the progress on getting it done, which is understandable. It's why there was a bit of a gap between me building the 9th Speed Champions car and then building the final 10th one. Obviously, work getting in the way. Plus, I was adamant that I didn't want to build the last one until I had some more Lego. But I built the Williams on the Monday, and then obviously I was only without Lego for like less than 24 hours, and then got some more. So it's all good. It's all good. And now, yeah, we've built one set because I had 1, 2, 3. I had 4 sets. Bought the missus one, so I had 5 sets in the bag. Wife's got one, which she said she was going to build at some point. I don't know whether she started hers or not. Built the Genesis controller yesterday. Well, sort of last night because I wanted something to do to sort of relax. Didn't stream it because I just wanted to build a set sort of on my own and just really take my time with it. Didn't want to rush it. Yeah, so there's like 3 sets that I will be live streaming, and then there'll probably be a week, maybe 2. Yeah, there might be a week or 2 where there's no Lego live streams at all because I won't have any Lego, and then come October, hopefully be able to get some more and get some more sets to be able to do. Or if not, there may not be any streams in October, which will allow me to have the money to actually get the display case so I can actually have somewhere to put them. It's all well and good buying Lego to build, but then you got the other issue of having somewhere to actually pull it all at the end. Right, anyway, where is this going? So this one is going that way. Is that right? Yeah, it is right. Oh, okay. And then this is going in the center. However, this needs to go that way round. And it's got to be 3 studs. Yeah, 3 studs either side. And that one. Yeah, I was just tired from work from the summer, which halted my progress on a custom burger. Yeah, to be fair, we all were. That's why I didn't want to do the Williams, but at the same time, I'd already said like, oh, I didn't want to do it until I had some more sets to be able to do. So yeah, I mean, I always had that itch to want to build it, but then at the same time, I was like, I didn't want to end up not having anything to do, and then head scratching, being like, right, what can I do? Right, while we're on page 10, we need 4 corners. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's those ones. Then we need another 2 of those ones. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them, or is there a 4th that's hiding of those ones? No, there isn't. There's only those 3. Oh, actually, no, tail light. It's 4 of those ones. I'm guessing we need the smaller ones. Actually, no, we don't. We don't need the smaller ones. We actually need the big ones. That's a little bit misleading on the instruction booklet, because the only trouble is that this bit and this bit are exactly the same shape, just different sizes. But it doesn't state in the book what ones you want, or like what sort of size one you need. But then sort of looking back at it, it's like, right, okay, now I can see that we needed the bigger ones. So effectively what we need to do is just that big one needs to go, well, that sort of ramp one goes there, that ramp one goes there, and then these corner pieces will just quite literally just go on like that. So that one goes there, and then that one goes here. I'm gonna build the stitch. Yeah, go for it. Go for it, you know. Gives you something to do, something to chill out and relax. I mean, I know some people think that building Lego is stressful, but I actually find it a good way of, like, you know, calming down. And I say calming down, but no, you know, it helps me to relax and whatnot. The Technic one was stressful because it was all like weird, unique parts. I mean, the Technic one's sort of a lot of sort of these kind of bits, you know, sort of like the very sort of techie style parts, rather than like your usual Lego brick pieces. So that was stressful. But yeah, I mean, so far when I've been building the cars, they've been nice and relaxing, almost borderline therapeutic. But yeah, I mean, everyone's, you know, to their own. You know, people build them for fun. People like to build them for, you know, to relax. It's each to their own. But yeah, for me, it helps. It just sort of helps me de-stress a bit. So especially if you can have something on in the background, like a bit of music or Netflix or whatever, like, you know, just have something on in the background. But yeah, it's a nice way of just sort of chilling out, especially if, like me, you obviously, you know, you have depression and all that kind of stuff. Like, this just it just helps just to unwind and chill out, which is pretty nice, pretty cool. I need, what's that bit? Little 2 stud, which we have. So you can go on there, my friend. And then you can go there. And then the little ones that we thought we needed to begin with, you can go there. So you go like that. So what, we on stage 9? No, well, we've just done stage 9. Stage 10. That's where we are. Brain kind of wandered into the abyss then. Which it does quite often. So that one, and we need that piece to sit on top of that, and we should have the other bit. There it is. And we do the same with the other piece. Other piece. And then you go on there. When you go down, I've not had any satisfying snaps yet, but I'm pretty sure we will at some stage. Right. Do you know what? Let's just, because there's not really many of the little pieces left in bag one, we'll get them out, because I have a feeling we're going to use probably 5 of them barring one, because one's like another sort of translucent red bit, which I think may just happen to be a sort of odd, like an odd piece. Well, I say odd piece, but like the sort of spare piece. Right, so we've done stage 10. Just put a crease in the corner of the book there. I've not. I'll try to think. Did I register the set? I think I have. I think I've already registered this set on my Lego account, so I'd get me 20 points for this set. Unfortunately, I didn't get my 20 points for the Genesis controller, because where it's regarded as a promotional item, it on the book it doesn't have the QR code to obviously register for the Lego points. So unfortunately, no points for that. But it was a free set, so I can't complain too much. And everyone loves a freebie. You know, everyone likes getting things for free. So yeah. You know, it's going to show you don't have to be a famous YouTuber or a famous influencer to get things for free. Fair enough, I had to pay £142 for the Lego sets I got in order to get that free item. So take that as you will, but a freebie's a freebie, right? I need to make sure I put this little piece, this little black cylindrical piece, in the correct place. Hello, Dizzy. I hope you're doing good, lad. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 on one side, 7 on the other. So it's got to sort of be somewhere in the middle, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3. Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means it should be that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. So it's that one there, and then this one just basically lines up together like that. So they go like that, and then these need to go basically in there, and then we've got the little pin, which basically goes all the way through. Doesn't quite hold it. It's got a little bit of play, but I do assume once we build this a little bit more, that will sort of encase this in, and this will not rattle around as much once it's fully enveloped. Right. So once that's in, we then put that piece on, which kind of stops that pin from coming out, but there is just a little bit of wiggle room. Like I said, that should hopefully stabilize once we build it up a little bit more. I'm all right, not at work anymore, so surviving. Good. It's always good once you're able to clock off and just get home and unwind. It's always a good feeling. Chloe, I'm missing parts. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. You haven't lost them to the realms of the carpet, have you? Or like just accidentally opened the bag and sent hundreds of pieces of Lego flying all over the place. And this is why I won't like build Lego on like a bed or like on a sofa or something, because I'm just worried that the pieces will disappear. This is why I like to do it on a hard surface, like a table or a desk, or I don't know, like if you don't have that, you sort of improvise on a like top of a chest of drawers or something like that. Mr. Morning, we are on siege. Dizzy, he is indeed. I believe it's Morley, Cueto. I was going to say Ryan, but I don't think Ryan's. Oh no, apparently Ryan is on because Discord saying playing Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. So Cueto's on there, Ryan's on there, Harrison's on there. So there's like 3 of them. Right. We've done 11 and 12. So that's those 2 done. 13 and 14. So I need that one, and that piece to go on there. And then that's basically in the center there. And then the 2 little corners. That one on there. And that one on there. Just make sure the pieces are secured nice and together, because the last thing I want to be doing is picking this up to go move it and it all decides to fall to pieces. Okay, so now we've done that bit. We are now step 15, and I need that one, that one, that one, and that one. And we are literally just building around the grey and red. So that one to go there, that one to go there. Rotate it around. That one goes there. And that one goes there. Oh, there we go. Right, so that's those ones. So, little black hollow plate. Pop over the top. I can already see this starting to get a little fiddly now, because trying to line all the pieces up. There we go. Make sure that's on nice and tight. So that's 16. Step number 16 done. No. Like, are you just like, so Chloe, you like legit missing parts from the set? So like you've opened it up to see all your pieces, and is it actually like the set is like legit missing bits from it? Because if it is, I would say that's quite rare for Lego to do that. Lego don't usually do sets where you miss pieces. If anything, you usually get 1 or 2 more pieces than you need, effectively. I mean, the amount of found 2 of them. Because I mean, I've got in my drawer, I've got like bags. I've got like spare bits and pieces. I mean, this bag here is literally just spare bits and pieces from the Sega Genesis that I built. As you could probably evidence by the C and B, because I've got like more buttons, so I could do like different button combinations. You ain't gonna see it fantastically because obviously the state of the camera, but you can just sort of make out pad here. So I've put like a sticker on a couple of smooth bits. In case I wanted to change it from the Genesis logo, which is currently on the controller, and then if I want to change it to something a little bit more generic. On my desk, I also have the remains of, well, this is bag number 1. This is the remains from the Williams build, which contains the hair for the minifigure, a wrench, but then there's like a few other little sort of spare bits and pieces that never got used. And like I said, I've got a drawer like full of like bags that got spare little bits and bobs in them. So yeah, usually Lego is sort of quite good in there, that you actually get like spare bits. You very rarely get sets that don't have all the pieces to them. Like, it's a very, very rare thing. Something's telling me I'm actually going to have a couple of extra spare bits out of this set, because I need to put red smooth piece on there, and then this red smooth piece goes on here. Thank you for the love I'm seeing being generated in the chat with all the confetti, smiley faces, hundreds, and love hearts. Thank you very much. You're all too kind. You're all too generous. Right. Why are you wobbling on? There you go. Right, and that sort of stops that wobbling around a little bit more. So they're sort of acting as like little buffers. And then I need these two. That one to go there. That one to go there. Oh, I put one down properly. The other one didn't want to go on properly. There we go. So they go there. Oh, no. I'm actually using the other smooth piece. Okay. Oh, and that's going. That's actually going there. Okay, very nice. And then, as I thought, we've ended up. I'll just put them down there so you can see. So as you can see, we've got 2 spare bits. And that's usually common for Lego sets to actually have, as I mentioned, like to have like the spare, to actually have more spare bits than actually have bits that are missing. But I mean, usually in the instruction booklets of the sets, towards the back, it sort of shows you like the part number, because like each piece has like a specific part number. So all you need to do is sort of be like, it'll sort of show you the picture of what piece you need. So if you're like, oh yeah, that's the piece I'm missing, you just like jot down the piece number. And then I think on Lego's website, there's like something you can do where you put in like, this is the piece you're missing, and then they send it out to you. Like, I don't know if you have to pay for that piece or not. I don't know how it works, but yeah, that's like sort of something that is like a thing you can do. Like, I know that because it should be similar in this before we head over to bag 2, because as you can tell by the book, we're being told to do bag 2 from the next step. So yeah, I mean, I'll just show this one page in the back. So, like I said, I do apologize. It's not fantastic. It obviously don't help that I've got my ring light on as well, so it sort of reflects some of the light. But as you can see, you've got like all the different pieces, and then obviously below them, there's like a little identification number. Well, it sort of tells you how many pieces you should have of that specific piece, but then it's also got the part number for it. So I'll sort of pick one out of the sky. So like the plate that will have Lego Star Wars Kylo Ren, you should get one piece, and that specific part number is 6551611. So if I didn't have that piece in particular, there's like a website, lego.com/service, which I think you go on to, and then you would basically put in like the number of that part, and then they like send it out to you or something. I don't know, to get the fairy godmother to ship it or whatever. Like whether, you know, I don't know how it works. I mean, who knows, for the Harry, if it's a missing piece from a Harry Potter set, you know, they may get Hedwig to freaking deliver it by owl or something. I generally don't know. You never know. Postman Pat may be freaking like dropping it off. You just never know. But anyway, I digress. That went well. I was ripping it along the dotted line, and then it decided it didn't want to open on the dotted line. So we'll attack it from the other side. So we'll move on to bag number 2. Because this decides to rip downwards and not upwards like the other one did, but that's fine. So actually, let's use the big empty bag of number 1. And we'll use that as a rubbish bag. Rubbish. Right, so bag number 2, we've got your accustomed mini bag, and again implementing the Morley method. We are just going to very carefully empty out the pieces onto the table. But I'm kind of running out a bit of room here because, yeah, obviously I've got my drink, I've got my sort of spare change, my little spare change box. You know, spare any change. And then obviously got the instruction book as well as obviously everything else. Oh, lovely. Right. Let's get bag number 2 open. Well, say get bag 2 open. We've got bag 2 open. Get mini bag 2 open. And then we'll just pop that down there for the time being. Right, okay, so we can, I think we might actually be able to sort of put this aside for a moment. So that is what I'm going to do. If I can find somewhere to put it. So ideally I need to put it somewhere where the cat's not going to get to it and jump all over it. Might have to. I know what I'm going to have to do. I'll pop it on one of the sets that I've got. I'll pop it down on the Lambo set. Stick it on the box. Right. Let's get to it. So 21. What do we need? We need big, massive black plate, which we've got, and then we need It's not that one. It's a little bit too short. It's a slightly longer dark grey one, which I have a feeling it's going to be that one, and it should go from end to end. And sure enough, it does indeed. Hooray! Okay, so we need now two grey bits with little claws on the end. So, usual sort of technique from me is just going to go through all the bigger bits, because sometimes Lego seem to like to put the little bits among the bigger bits to sort of make you spend even longer to trying to find the part you need. However, I can sort of tell now it's not in there. And I look in the little bag, and sure enough, they are in here. There's the other one. And what other part do I need? 2 pink pieces. Didn't think there would be pink bits inside a Star Wars Kylo Ren set, but here we are. So put that one there. There we go. Well, more confetti and smiley faces and hundreds going off in the chat. So thank you. Thank you very much. So those ones go there, and that one goes there. And that one goes there. Beautiful. Right. Number 23. What do we need? 2 sort of light brown plates, which we have. Got quite a few of them actually, so I think we're going to be needing more of them. And judging by the instructions, we will. So that one goes in there. That one goes on there. Lovely. Right, 24. Two black 3-plate studs. 3-plate studs? 3 stud plates. Which is those ones. And these are going underneath on there. So that one goes there. And that one goes on there. Right, 25. We need 1, 2 of those white V's. We need 1 of the light grey plates, and we need another one of those light brown ones. Perfect. So take the grey plate, and we need to go like that, and then light brown plate goes in between the 2, like so, and then this goes basically on top of the other 2 plates, so that should sit like so. Yep, fantastic. Let's pop that down there. Right, number 26, 3 stud, which is those ones, 2 of them, and these are going on top of the dark grey. So that one is going there. That one is going there. 27, 2 the light brown plates, white singular plate, of which 2. There we go. And we need a white red 4. And we are going right the forest. So that one goes there. That one goes there. And then it's basically just mirrors on this side. like so, and then the red goes on top there. There we go. Okie dokie. Right. 28. Oh, similar to one of the other bits we had in the first bag. And this is going on top of the red. Leaving 2 spaces on the red. Single hole. Like so. Perfect. Okay. 29, 2 windows. Sort of like a little window housing. Right, and then these ones, the little holes on the bottom have got to face towards the back, which we can do, and then they go. They go on there like so. Perfect. It's 29 steps in. Harrison's gone emoji mad. He's gone absolutely emoji mad. My phone's gone cuckoo. Oh, that's alright, it's only Gmail. Right, number 30. Where are we? 2 blues. That one and that one. And we need those ones. And we are basically going that way on. So that one goes like that. That one exactly the same. And then these are going on there. So that one goes there. And then that one basically goes like that. There we go. Step 31. So I need a light blue 2 stud with the little cross insertion on the inside and a thin blue 2 stud. Right, no. Right, well, there's the little blue 2 stud we need. Let's see if the baby. Aha! It's in here. It's the one we need. So, dark blue sits on top, and then this sits on top of the red, like so. Okay, so that's 31 steps in. How many more have we got? 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, so we've got about 35. We've got about 35 steps. So we're only about halfway. Well, yeah, I guess we're roughly about halfway through bag 2 already. So we've already done bag 1, which was just mainly the stand portion, and now we're still effectively building the sort of top half of the stand, and judging from the steps, it looks like we're going to be starting the base of the helmet. So we'll start building the base of the helmet. Yeah, so should be pretty good. Loading number 1, passion. More passion, more energy, more energy, more passion. Right. 2, 3 studs with the light grey ones. Here we go. Oh, I actually need 4 of them because I need to stack them. I need to stack sort of 2 on top of each other on shop. Get me tongue in a twist. Right, so those go there, and these are going on the back side. So flip them around. As the saying goes from Lego Movie, "Hey guys, watch me throw this down!" Yay! I've lost it. I've completely lost the plot. But to be fair, you can't really lose something you never had. Beautiful, right? We're going to need some more of the little bits. Right, there's not many of the little bits left, to be fair. So we'll take them out of the mini bag. Let's just get these spread out just a little bit, just to make it easier to try and locate what we need. So we need black right angle 1, like a dark grey sort of reverse version of it. It's not a 2, it needs to be the 1, which is that one. So I need 2 of them, and then I basically need that one and that one. And we basically go that way round, and then with this one needs to basically sit on top of it, and I need to do that twice over. And we do that, and sticking with the back, we basically pop them onto the edges. Right, okay. So that's those 2 pages done. Right, one of those, and this is going in there. Now I want those 2, and I need that one. And where are we going with this? Up on there. So you go there, and then you are basically going that way round, and you are going that way round as well. There we go. So, right. Step 36. 2 little dinky little ramps. That's those 2. And we are going on the edges. So to be fair, it's a good job I am drinking some cola because it's going to help with the nerves. Well, I say nerves, but it helps with the steadying of hands. Help keep me calm and be able to put the fiddly little bits together. Right. Now one of those ones, and we are going straight across the middle, like so. And that's those 2 pages done. Okay, so step 38. So we are currently here. We need 2. Those 2, and we need that one and that one. And we are going either side of that one. We just did. So that one is going there. That one is going there, and then these 2 basically go. There, so that one goes on there, and out. Trap the skin of me finger in between 2 bits of brick. Lovely. That one goes there. So this brown piece, step 39, back towards the front, and we are going in that way round, like so. Okay. Right, this one is basically going straight up the middle. Like so. And number 41, we need one of the reds, one of the red 4s, and we need the other 2 baby windows. Baby Windows 98. Yeah. Don't know where that come from. So those ones go there. Number 42. That one and that one. And we are going on a summer holiday. I wish.